Okay. So I'm now here for my second interview, and I'm here with Macie, and she's going to be answering prompt number 2 for CRE assignment number 5. So to start it off, what kind of interaction did you have with either of your parents?
I had probably equal interaction with both parents. They both worked full-time, and so when they weren't working, it was like we were all together for a while, and it was just like that every day and the weekend.
So could you explain like when exactly like you'd see your parents, or like when they'd go away? Or
my dad would always take me to school until I could drive growing up, because my mom had to be at work early because she's a teacher, and then so I'd be at school, and then usually my mom would pick me up from school and we'd be at home or doing whatever until my dad got home around 7, and then it would just be us for the rest of the time.
How did the difference, or can you first explain your parents' like style of parenting?
They're both like, they're like very, they're not strict, but like they implement like or instill like doing the right thing, and they both like have the same style, so it was never like if I asked my mom something and she said no, I could go ask my dad and he would say yes. They both agreed on the same thing. So it wasn't like I would be able to get past any of them.
So how would you say that parenting style has influenced your identity and your outlook on like what a parent should be?
Sometimes I hear people say like, my mom is my best friend or whatever, and like yeah, but some like they should also have like a place of authority, which I think is like the kind of relationship I have with my parents. Like I'm really close to them, but I also like listen to what they tell me to do.
Yeah. What about your upbringing would you like to replicate for your future kids?
My parents, whenever they like got into an argument or anything, the whichever one was like apologizing would always make sure to do it in front of me and my sister, so that we knew like apologizing would be the right thing to do, or like that's what we should look for when finding our spouse or something, like just to make sure that we knew like that was wrong and that they were sorry for what they did.
Yeah. What would you not want to replicate?
I wouldn't want to have a large age gap between my children, because me and my sister are 7 years apart, which is kind of a lot. And at times it can be frustrating because we kind of butt heads about stuff.
Yeah. How do you think that has affected you, having such a large age gap?
As we've grown older, it's gotten better because we're able to relate to more things, but for a good period of time we were always arguing. And then when we were little, it was fine because I always like wanted a little sister, but in the middle it was kind of bad.
Yeah. Do you think that affected like allowing you to be like your own person, because you felt like you had like a responsibility to her?
Kind of, but at the same time like not really, because like I was the oldest, so I always felt like I was always doing like what was right or whatever.
Okay. And then how has your trauma from your past affected your present life?
In like 7th grade, my house flooded, and so we were out of my house for like 6 months, and I knew my parents were really stressed, and I didn't have to do this, but I like chose to, and looking back it was kind of dumb, but I like internalized my emotions, which wasn't really healthy, but I thought it would be the best thing for my parents. So now I'm not really like emotional, and like certain things don't affect me, which can be good, but sometimes I'm like, I just want to like, I feel like I need a good cry, but I can't, just because I don't know, I don't want to like appear as weak, even though it's not weak.
Why do you think you chose to internalize in that moment?
I felt like they didn't need to like worry about me or like worry about one more thing, because they were already worrying about so much. Like my emotions should be on the back burner.
Got it. All right, well, thank you so much. That'll be the end of this interview.